Hello. Hi, Hillary. I guess we're ready to start, so we might as well get going, and then people can join whenever they're ready to join. Make sure you have a mat with you, some water with you, a towel, because you're going to get hot. And I'm sure you're all very familiar, but Tabata is basically 32 minutes of work, 20 seconds on an exercise, 10 seconds for recovery, and we repeat each exercise 8 times, and there are 8 exercises. But first, we're going to get a warm-up done, so let's do that. Start with nice, soft knees. Engage that core, and I want you to lift up through that spine. So really lift up, tall, long spine. Big inhale, big exhale, big inhale, big exhale. Keep your knees nice and soft. Last one, reaching nice and high. And then release the arms down here, and I want you to roll your shoulders forward. Just release any tension in that upper back. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now make sure you're drawing that belly button in, so you're supporting that lower back. You're going to take one arm all the way over, roll out that back, and then open up through the chest. Roll out that back and open. Roll out and open. Now as you roll out, you go into forward flexion. So that's where I want you to really make sure that your abs are engaged, supporting that lower back. Give me 2 more right here. Keep those knees really soft and bent. Last one. Center, let's do the other side. Gradually increasing the range of movement. Nice and easy flow. You go as deep as you like to. You can stay fairly upright if you're tight. 4, 3, 2, and last one right here. Now I want you to roll the shoulders back. Big circles. That's it. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now keep one arm soft down, leave it right onto the side, and lift the other arm up and tap. Up and tap. So you're drawing the arm up, bringing the elbow towards the ceiling. Again, really working on mobility. 4 more. I want you to soften up that lower back, get some flexibility into it. We're going to be doing lots of loading today. Last one right here. Come back to center, other side. Easy movement. Go as deep as you're able to. I don't want you to force it. I want you to just notice how that lower back is warming up. Your spine is moving side to side. Give me 2 more. 1 and 2. Back to center. Big inhale. Big exhale. Relax the arms now and just step in with feet. Keep that long, tall spine. Keep that core engaged the whole time. And then draw in the arms. So when you bring your arms in, I want you to create a little tension. So a little resistance as you bring it in. So you're starting to warm up the arms and the legs together. 4, 3, 2. Bring the heel forward, and this time I want you to pull down. Create a fist. Use your fingers. Open and close them. Close them as you pull down. Heels in front of you. You might have a small flexion in your spine, but I want you to try and be as upright as you're able to. 4, 3, 2. Now knees up, arms out, and slightly forward. Big range of movement with your arms. And as you place your feet down, place them softly. So you're not stomping, you're just placing. 4, 3, 2, arms down. Now I want you to open up that hip. Draw the heels slightly forward. Again, lengthen that spine. Engage your core. And open up that hip joint. 4, 3, 2. Step it in again, right at the beginning. Let's do sets of 4. Same movements. 4, 3, 2. Heel forward. Pull, pull, pull. Knees up, out. and open. Do it again. Pull it in. Knees up. Arms out. And open up the knee. I know I missed one. Okay, step it in. Now we're going to take it to one side and do a single knee lift. In 4, 3, 2, bring it up. 1, 2, 3, give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, back to center, step touch. We're going to go right to the other side, right here. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, back to center, go in. Let's do it again. Take it up. Now both arms full. 4, 3, 2, and center. Nice work. Other side. Single. Both arms pull. 4, 3, 2, and center. Let's do it one more time. To the side. Lifting. Both arms. 4, 3, 2, and center. Pull in. Last time. To the side. Both arms. 4, 3, 2, and center. I want you to hold it right here. That's it. Now I want you to march it up. Again, soft landing. Really generate pumping those arms. Feel your body warming up. Right here. Are your abs engaged? Is your chest open? Think about lifting your ears away from your shoulders. Now with this one, I want you to take one leg out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Keep yourself upright. We're going to do the same movement, except this time when you go out, you're going to go low. Low and lift. Low and lift. Low and lift. Keep going. Notice I hinge forward and I draw my hip back. Hinging forward, drawing back. Again, moving that spine, this time in forward flexion. 4, 3, 2, back to center, march up. Nice work. Now we use one leg to lead. We're going to use the other leg to lead. 4, 3, 2, out and in, tall to start. Tall. Lifting up through that spine. Just moving out and in. Very simple movement. Now we're going to go out, but low. Ready? Do it with me. Low and high. Low and high. Low and high. That's it. Drawing the belly button in. Giving that lower back lots of support. Now the deeper you go into that flexion, the harder you're working. So if you feel really strong, go deep and low. Deep and low. 4, 3, 2. Nice work. Hold it right here. March up. You should feel that heart rate going up, up, up. All right, now again, I want you to stay nice and long to start when we introduce the pattern. Open, open, back, back, open, open, back, back. Tempo, open. And when you open, think about rotating your feet to the corners. Getting the hip open. Moving that hip. Open. Now this time, when you go back, you're going to go low. Low. Again, moving that spine, engaging that core. Back and low. Back and low. Back and low. Back and low. Keep going. So you're hinging and lifting. Hinging and lifting. Hinging and lifting. Draw the hip back and lift. Draw the hip back and lift. 3, 2, 1, center. March it up. Exactly the same thing on the other side. Ready? 4, 3, 2, starting tall. Open, open, back, back, open, open. Pick up the tempo. Feel free to go in that slow tempo if you like. You can modify wherever you like in this workout. Anytime you like. All right, ready to hinge? Low, 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 low. Hinging from the waist, drawing the belly button in. Yes, there you go. A little harder than it looks sometimes. 4, 3, 2, back to center, lift up that spine, march it out. We're gonna combine it, out and in on one side, forward and back on one side, march in the center, and then do the opposite side. Ready? Starting with the out and in tall, and then out and in with the drop. 4, 3, 2, take it tall. Step to 4, 3. Ready for that low part? Low, low, that's it, low, low, bring it forward, open and close, open and close. This is the tall part. Now, ready to take it back low, open, drop, open, drop, open, drop. Last one, marching center. Ready for the other side? 4, 3, 2, open, close. Ready? Open, open. Now ready to drop. Low, low, low. Adding on forward movement. Open and close. Tall to start. Get that core engaged. Ready? We're going to drop now. Low, low, low. Give me one more. Right here. March it up. Big inhale. Big exhale. Now have some water. Get yourself ready. I'm going to start the interval, the Tabata. We're going to start with narrow squats, and we're going to do bicep curls. If you don't have weights, find something you can use, or just do all of the arm movements without weights. Make sure your mat is in front of you. We're going to use that for the second half. All right, here we go.
Battery 100%. Connected to Shelley's iPad.
You might want to have, if you have a heavier and lighter weight, keep those combinations. We do biceps, and I would choose the heavy weights for that. But when we do the triceps, you might want to lessen the weight. We're also going to get overhead presses, and a lot of you need to modify that either without weight or go to a lower weight. All right. Ready for 32 minutes of hard work? Yes. Here we go. I'm going to go sideways. I'm going to load the back of my heel. My feet are shoulder width apart. Ready? Here we go. Drop and lift up. Now you see I'm dropping quite low. If you're able to do that, I want you to mirror that movement. If this is a little too deep for you, that's where you stay higher. So find the place where you should be in a narrow squat. Give me one more. And lift up. When in doubt, stay taller and slow it down. Ready? Here we go. Roll back, lift up. Now you know why we did all of that forward and back movement with the spine. Warming it up. Ready? Sitting low and drawing up. Lengthen the spine. Forward flexion. Lift up that spine. Forward flexion. Lift up that spine. Nice. Slow, deliberate movement. Last one here. All right, step it in. Loosen up a little bit. Almost halfway through. Feet solid on the floor. Ready? Here we go, bicep curl. Now I want you to slow down the release of the arm. Draw up and slow that release. Is that belly button tucked in? Are you supporting that lower back? One more here. And up. We're halfway through already. Again, I'm going to go sideways. I want you to make sure you notice when I flex forward that my hips are drawn back over my heels. Draw it back and lift it up. Long, straight spine. There you go. Nice work. Use your breathing to help you. Exhale down, draw up. One more. Exhale down, up. Step it in. Gonna go to the other side. We're gonna do one more like this and then I'm gonna change it up a little. Ready? Drop back, lift up. Now I want you to engage your glutes as you lift up. So squeeze your glutes, lengthen your spine. There you go. Lengthen. Nice shallow breathing. Coming up. Oh. We got two more. This time I want you to hold it. And yes, it's going to be challenging. Ready? So drop down and hold. Drop, hold, go a little deeper if you can, and then just release the bicep and draw up. Holding that position. That's what we're already doing too. You're like, hello. All right, draw up. That should feel good. Really support that lower back. Draw that belly button in. Ready? One more. Drop deep. Drop down. Hold the arms up. Go a little deeper if you can. Slow release. Bicep curl. We're going to go from here to a curtsy lunge. You're going to lighten your weights if you like, or maybe you want to hold on to the heavy weights. Draw up. So we're going to do tricep extensions. Wide stance, rotate your toe out. Use one leg to curtsy lunge. One side, ready? Pull up, then tap down, and tap side. Draw back, tap side. One side, low, tap. Low, tap. Low, tap. Last time. Center, march it out. Drop your shoulders, take a little break. Okay, open up that stance again. Other side, one side. Draw up, down deep, tap. Down deep, tap. Sitting back, that's it. Engage that core. Keep that chest open. Center, march it out. Gonna do it over again. Opposite leg, alternating sides. Ready? Lift up. Get ready for the tricep. Extension, tap. Extension of the arms, tap to the side. Draw your hip down towards the floor. Really activate your hamstrings, your quads, and your glutes. Last one. Center, walk it out. Other side, getting ready. Feet a little wider than your hip. Draw up, ready? Step back, tap. Step back, tap. Slow extension of the tricep. Chest open. Bring the ears away from your shoulders. Keep that spine long. Last one. Nice work. Walk it out. Open the legs. Lift up through the spine. Engage that core. Lift up. Yes, you're hearing seagulls. We have company out there. Nature is calling. Yes, your arms should be getting tired. Center, march it out. We're gonna do one more like this, and then we're gonna do that hold like we did before. Ready? Draw up. Let's go. Back, tap. Engaging that core. Feeling the power of your glutes as you draw up. We've got two more. Center, march it up. Now this time, take the opposite leg, draw it back, and hold it back. Ready? Draw up, step back, hold. Arms out, drop a little deeper. Now, in and out. Just moving the arms, keeping that bottom low, keeping your chest up, and open. Center, lift up, feel that release. March it out. One more. Open up, draw up through that spine, lift, take it back and low, go a little deeper, now hold. Keep that muscle flexed, keep that contraction. From here, we're gonna go to sumo squats. Lift. Okay, come back to that wider stance. Even take it a little wider. We're gonna do pull-ups with the arms, down and up. Ready? Drop down, draw up. Here I want you to shift your focus to activating your inner thigh. So draw your legs in and use the inner thigh. The deeper you come into it, the harder you're working. One more, right here. Beautiful, step it in. Remember, you can take a break anytime you like. You don't have to come as deep, or maybe you can even go deeper. Lifting, drop, and squeeze the glutes up. Drop, squeeze the glutes up. Remember, our focus is the inner thigh, but you're gonna notice as you draw up, you're using your quadriceps and your glutes. Here you go, step it in. Ready? Open. Center the weights. Ready? Down and up. Down and up. Knees to the corners, knees over your toes. Engage that spine. Keep it long and support it with your abs. Step it in. All right, rotate open. Ready position. Here we go. Drop, draw in, inner thigh, come on. Really activate that inner thigh. We're gonna switch up the next 4. So get ready for that switch. We're gonna start to hold down. Coming in. So we're not gonna release the contraction, we're gonna hold it. Rotate your feet open. Lift up through that belly button. Ready? Draw up and hold, draw up and hold. Go deeper, yes, right there, hold it. Keep your spine nice and long. Release, lift, release, lift, release, lift. That's it. One more. Draw in. We're gonna do the same again, exactly the same. Rotate your toes open, lift up through that spine. Ready? Drop down, drop down. There you go. Now, release the arms and drop through the center. Notice my upper body is completely still. My lower body is completely still. Nice work, step it in. We're gonna add on to that. We're gonna drop and hold and add on. Ready, rotate open. Exhale, drop. Drop a little more. Now release the weights and hold them center and just try to lift the feet off the floor. Stay as close as you can to that floor. Keep your body weight down and just shuffle. Go up, step in. Give me one more. Open. Ready? Draw up. Go a little deeper. Now drop your weights, lengthen your spine, stay in that position, and shuffle. I want you to either double up your weight or choose a heavy weight. We're gonna do single leg lunges. So single weight if you like. Coming up, we're gonna lunge forward, and we're gonna do chest presses. I'm gonna go with lighter weights and both arms. You can do one arm at a time if you like. So lunge forward and come back. Make sure you can see your arms. They're slightly in front of you as you lunge forward. March it out. I'm gonna do the single arm movement for you so you know what the option is. Lengthen up to the spine, switch your legs, one side. So single arm with lunges. Single arm. This is a good option for you. Coming through. If you find you don't need the lighter weights and you want to go heavier, now's a good time. You can take it up a little more. Switch your legs, ready? Lunge forward. Come back. Nice, long, straight spine. Knee over toe. Check that front foot, knee over toe. Center. The deeper you come into the lunge, the harder you'll be working. So if it's a little challenging for you, stay more upright. All right, here we go. Step it in. Great work, you guys. Keep going. This is exercise number 4 in our series. Switch your legs, lunge, go back. Consider slowing it down a little bit, really loading as you lunge before you draw back. So load, draw back. Load, draw back. Load, draw back. We're trying to minimize the momentum, which requires your body to work a little harder. Ready? Let's slow it down. Load, draw back. Load, draw back. Quality, not quantity. Slow, powerful movement. Step it in. 2 more, but we're gonna hold it. You know what that means? Yeah, it's about to get. Hold, drop, hold, pressing. Can you see your arms? Are they slightly in front of you? If you look up, do you see them? Come as deep as you can. Hold. Roll back, march it out. 1 more just like that, and then we're going to the mat. Draw up, ready? Lunge, drop deeper, then press. Coming to your mat. Feel free to have a quick drink of water. We're going to go right to mountain climbers. Come to your plank position. And draw the knee in and back. In and back. We're going to alternate this with a plank saw. If your wrists get sore, you can rotate your hand out, which will help to the side. Come back. Or you can use weights and extend the arms down. We're going to go into the plank saw now. Here we go. Start with your plank. Long, straight spine. Draw your belly button into your spine. Get some space between your shoulder blades. Now, move your body forward onto your toes. Recruit that core. Beautiful. And go back. Forward. And back. 1 more. Forward. And back, release the knees, come back into that child's pose. Ooh, that feels good, right? Okay, mountain climbers, I'm gonna do them with weights. Drawing in and back. My wrist is straight because I have my weights in my hands. It takes the flexion of the wrist, gives them a little break. You can also go faster, but make sure, look at my back. Your back and your form is strong. drop, and come back. So don't want rotation of the hip because you speed up. Ready for that saw? You can also use your weights for the saw. So start with your plank. Now, gently and slowly move onto your tiptoes. Draw the belly button in. There you go. And then flex your foot, draw back. Floating and draw back. Yes, you feel your shoulders. One more. Draw back, release the knees. Come back to mountain climbers. Choose your pace, maintain your form. Draw up, starting in a plank. Make sure your hips are square to the floor. Then do your mountain climbers. Slow, or you can pick up the pace. But hold your form, creating a strong plank. Release, come back. Ready for that saw? Here we go. Plank. Lots of core in these movements and lots of shoulder work. Come back. Come forward onto your toes. Come back. Forward. Back. Last time. Forward. Back. Release. We've got two more. One more mountain climber, one more saw. Ready? Plank position to start. Mountain climb. Generating lots of strength in that upper body and core. Your core is maintaining stability, so you're not all over the map. It's holding tight and strong. Release. So this is a full body work. You're like, yeah, I think I got that. All right, saw plank. Ready? When you come onto your toes, this is the most challenging. Yep, you feel it. Now come back. This almost feels like a release or relief. Come forward. Hold, hold, hold. Draw back. Come forward. Draw back. Release. Okay, we're going to come onto side planks. Elbow on the floor, right here. And I want you to stack your feet together and lift your hip away from your mat. Now there's lots of variations. You can place one foot in front of the other, which will make you feel more stable. It'll also take off the intensity. You can also bend the lower leg and just extend the top leg. Use any variation you like. Switch over to the other side. Elbow directly below the shoulder, that doesn't change. Draw up through your hip, that doesn't change. Now, if you feel super strong, you can make it harder by lifting your leg or drawing the knee towards your chest. So you can make many, many variations of the side plank. Choose which one you want to use today, or vary them. Switch over to the other side. Ready? Elbow, hip, lift. Choose any variation you want. Make sure that belly button's tucked in. Your spine is long. You're reaching towards the ceiling. That's it. Keep the hip up, drawn away. Release. We're going to switch over to the other side. Ready? Hips stacked, feet locked. If that's the one you're doing, lift up. Draw that hip away from your mat. Pull that belly button in. Release. Now we're going to come back to the plank and we're going to do some variations. So, plank position. Right here. Got it? Right here. I want you to maintain this position and lift one foot about 1 inch off the floor. Notice my back, my hip did not move at all. And my toe is just slightly off the floor. Drop, bend, draw back. We're going to do exactly the same. This time you're going to lift the opposite foot off the floor. So first start with your plank, then transfer your weight, recruit your core, and lift one foot slightly off the floor. You can do this in a tabletop if this is a little too intense for you. I'm going to show you what I mean. So if what we just did works well for you, go back to that. I'm going to do the modification. So here I am. This is my tabletop. Drawing my belly button in. I'm going to transfer my weight onto one side and I'm going to lift that foot or knee slightly off the floor. That's your modification. Or you can move your arms further away and hinge your hips slightly forward. Okay? So you can do that. You can also put something underneath your knee if that bothers your knee. We have one more to go. All right, ready? Start with the plank. Transfer your weight. Lift that toe just slightly hovering above the floor. We're going to go into bridges. Give your shoulders a break and your upper back a break. Focusing lower body. All right, release, nice work. You can put the weights to the side if you've been using them for your wrist. We're going to lie on our backs, draw our heels close to our glutes, really close. Lift the hip up, hold. I want you to hold this position. Lift the hip up a little more and hold. Think about drawing your knees away from your hip and just maintain that beautiful, long spine. You have a nice arch in that lower back. Slowly release down. Draw your knees in. And once again, get ready for that bridge. Exhale up. Lift up a little more. Really engage your glutes. Draw your knees a little away from your shoulders. Just that small move makes a big difference. Draw your belly button in. Shallow breathing. And slow release down. Now, remember that position. This time we're going to do it with one leg extended. Ready? Flex your foot. Draw up. Draw up again. Hold. Don't release it. Just hold. Draw your belly button in. Keep a strong arch. Breathing through. Yes, it's more challenging. Drop. Release. Draw the knees in. So if lifting one leg is just a little more than you aim for, don't. Do both legs. You don't have to do single leg. I'm giving you this as an option to make it a little more challenging. Draw up a little more. Hold that position. Breathe through it. Maintaining that nice strong arch. Really activating your glutes. Release the leg down. Drop the hip. Draw the knees in. Now we're going to do little pulses. So start with one leg extended. Flex the foot. Lift up. Lift up again. We're going to add on to where we were before. This is where we were before. And now we're going to drop about 1 inch and thrust up. 1 inch and push through the heel. Push. Notice I'm not going fast. It's very slow and controlled. Then I release my leg. Then I release my hip. I draw my knees in. And I get set for the next side. Flex the foot. Ready? Lift up. 1. Lift up. 2. Is that as high as you can go? Then, very small release and draw up. Very small release and draw up. Small release, draw up. Small release, draw up. 1 more. Beautiful. Release the foot, hip, draw the knees in. We're going to do it 1 more time in each side. Flex your foot. Ready? Exhale up. Shh. A little more. Shh. High as you can. Now drop and lift. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. Yes, you can. Release. Release the hip. Drawing the knees in. One more. Extend and flex the foot. Strong dorsiflexion in your foot. Drive all the way up. Go a little higher. Hold it. Make sure it's really stable. Small drop and lift. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. We're heading into our last set, you guys. We're going to start on our bellies. So release. Draw the knees in, coming up, turning over. We're going to start with cactus arms, which means your arms are extended out from your shoulders. So, flat on the floor, arms out. In unison, keep your feet on the floor and lift your chest away from your mat. And slowly hover above the mat and lift up. And hover above the mat and lift up. And then release it all down. Take a mini break. You're going to really feel that lower back loading. All right. Hover the hands above the mat and then lift the chest away from the mat. Think about drawing your elbows out to the side. Exhale as you come up. And release. Lifting up. And release and take that little mini break. We're going to two more just like that. You're coming up as high as you can. Float your arms and drawing the chest away from the mat. Feel the contraction in that lower back. Keep your feet on the floor. Release. Lift. Release. Lift. And take a break. One more set, just like this, and then we're going to change it up a bit. Ready? Here we go. Up. Think about drawing your ears away from your shoulders, keeping your head and neck in neutral. Release. Draw up. Release. Draw up. Release. Now we're going to do Superman, Superwoman. Bring your arms forward in a V, and your legs are going to come up together. Ready? Looking at your mat, lifting up, arms and legs, hold. Feel the contraction from the top of the shoulders all the way down to the lower back. And your glutes are activated, your hamstrings are activated. You're holding this if you can. Now release and take that little break. If you're not able to hold it for those 20 seconds, come down, take a break. Ready? Here we go. Flying through the air. Keep looking at your mat, keep your head and neck in neutral. Release. Now, if you found that challenging, I want you to stay with it. We're going to add another layer onto it, and it's going to be a little more challenging. So only do it if you feel comfortable. So come into that Superman, Superwoman, right here. You've got it. Now, I want you to move your arms and legs like you're swimming through the air. There's a little air turbulence, and so you're bouncing around a little bit. Small, little movements up and down. Release. One more. And the Tabata will be over. Not the workout, but the Tabata. Ready? Extend. Lift. With the option of doing those little swimmer kicks. Moving the arms and the feet. Keep looking at your mat. Keep maintaining that power in your back. Release, hands on the floor, coming back all the way into child's pose. I want you to hold that. Hold child's pose. Enjoy it, you earned it. Think about your breathing. I want you to give me a nice deep inhale through the nose and a big exhale through the mouth. I want you to make sure you have some water. Lengthen that spine a little bit. Just come onto your knees. I want you to lie flat on your back. Don't get too comfortable. We're going to start working. All right, relax your arms to your side. Lengthen your legs. Your feet can be slightly flexed or neutral, whatever you're most comfortable doing in this position. Now, draw that belly button into your spine. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. So even though you inhale and you exhale, I still want that belly button to feel tight and feel the core recruited. So you're not releasing the core. Now, if you have your hand, you should be able to put it under that lower back a little bit. So you're creating a nice neutral spine. If your spine is feeling uncomfortable or the lower back has some vulnerability, you can take a towel and you can roll it up and you can put it underneath that lower back, giving it support. Or you can press your belly button towards the mat so your hip hinges up slightly and now your back is actually on the floor. I would still prefer you to take something and put underneath it, like a soft cushion or a towel, and then you can still recruit pressing down the core, but just have some support there. We're gonna lift one leg up. You're gonna notice my knee is slightly bent. If you can have a leg that isn't bent, or just a minor bend in the knee, that's great. I always have strong, tight hamstrings, so my knee's always slightly bent. Release it, and lift the other leg. Lift up. We're gonna do it again. I want you to do it slowly. This time I want you to think about what's happening in the lower ab area as you lift. You should feel the lower abs engage, that transverse across the lower abs. Now, if this feels like it's lots of work or plenty of work for you, this is where you're gonna stay. If this is too challenging, keep going with that, everyone. If this is too challenging, you could bend your knee and then extend. Bend your knee 90 degrees and then extend. That's your option. So you can stay here the whole time. We're gonna start to add a little more and you're gonna have to recruit that core a little more. Okay, so now this time, you're gonna take one leg all the way up and hold it, then lift the other leg slightly off the floor. Notice the difference immediately in the engagement and recruitment of your core. Draw the belly button in and keep it strong. Now just switch your legs. We're not going for speed, we're going slowly. Try and keep that leg long. Remember, the option is also to bend your knees. That will take off some of the weight. Let your breathing help you. Exhale. Shh. Exhale. Shh. Beautiful. Feel the engagement of the lower part of the abs. Keep that nice neutral spine if you can. Now, if this feels good and you feel like you could work a little harder, I'm going to give you another option. The other option is to keep both legs up. Float them back down together. Bring both legs up. Float them back down together. You choose which one works for you. They're all going to be working your core, your lower back, and particularly your transverse, that lower part of the abdomen, which is so important for posture. Wherever you are, you're going to give me 4 more. 4. Yes, it's really that slow. 3. 2. Last one here. I know you're happy to hear that. Draw up, draw the knees into your chest, and lift that lower back slightly off the mat. So now you're actually creating a little bit of a curve, giving that lower back a little bit of a stretch. If you prefer, you can take the knees wider if that's more comfortable for you. Wherever you feel a nice stretch. Okay, now drop the buttocks down onto the mat. Draw your knees together. Bring them all the way into the chest and then create a nice round circle. Draw them in and out. We call these egg beaters. When you've done lower back work or ab work, core work, this is a great one to use. Okay, hold it back into center. Let's do the other direction. Releasing the hip, releasing, and maybe even massaging that lower back a little bit. All right, we're ready for the next set. Now, bring both knees at a 90-degree angle, right up from the hip. Now, if this bothers you, because as soon as you do that, you feel the engagement of the lower abs. If that's too much, draw the knees closer. So the closer your knees are to your chest, the easier it will be for you. So if you want to make it hard, you draw the knees away until they're directly above your hip. I don't want them any further away than that. Hold them here. Now extend one leg, float it above the mat or the floor. That's it. Draw your belly button in. Make sure you have that neutral spine. Now, our instinct is let's bring this knee closer. What you can do is just going to not make it as challenging. So if you don't need to bring it closer, don't. Hold it. Now, let's switch legs. Slowly. Hold. Extend the lower leg. And hold. Now, if this feels quite challenging to you, this is where you're going to stay. If you feel like you can work a little harder, we're going to do that. Take your hands behind your head. Place your thumbs right where your ears are and lock your fingers so you're cradling your head. Now, lift the shoulders up and do the same movement. This time your shoulders are off the floor. Really increasing the challenge. Loading, loading, loading. Now, if you're like me, you slowly start bringing that knee closer to your chest. So really focus on keeping that leg, that knee directly above the hip and don't let it draw in. Feel that engagement. I know you do. This is the last one. We're going to take a break, promise. All right, draw both knees into your chest. This should feel really, really good. Okay, lift the buttocks off the floor. Round out that lower back. Nice deep breathing. Beautiful. Okay, now extend the leg all the way onto the floor and release the other leg all the way onto the floor, just like when we started. This time I want you to take your arms above your head. Now, we're going to do this in stages. Feel free to bend your knees and bring your feet closer to your buttocks and modify this. Okay, feel free to modify it. I'm going to give you what I'd like you to do and then see if it works for you. Lift your arms first, then lift your shoulders and reach towards your toes as far as you can go. And then slow, slow, slow on the release. Slow release. Slowly as you can, arms above the head. Here we go. Roll out those shoulders, reach towards your toes, reaching forward, 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 and slowly take it back. Keep it really slow and deliberate. Lifting your arms first, then rolling up one vertebrae at a time, reaching forward, and slowly back. Remember, your option is to have bent knees. So your option is to lift here, and then have your knees bent, and then reach forward with the knees bent. Go as far forward as you like, but actually get a little relief here. Let's try 2 more, using whatever option you decide works for you. Slow, deliberate movement. That's 1. This is 2. Pull back. Extend both legs. Relax your hands right onto the side. Stay right where you are, moving your legs up and down, loosen them up a little bit. Again, I want you to draw that belly button into your spine. Create a nice neutral spine. Now this time I want you to take your arms above your head, bend one knee, bend the other knee, and then reach for your hamstrings if you can. Roll your shoulders up. Now you can take your legs wide or keep them narrow and slowly help yourself up to seated position. Then draw your legs tightly in, place your hands below the knees, and think about lengthening your spine and pressing your shoulder down. So draw those shoulders down, lift up away from your shoulders, lift your ears away from your shoulders. Beautiful. Now keep your hands right on your shins and just move them away. Move them away. And then I want you to hold onto the hamstring. And I want you to roll that back and drop your head down. Feel a wonderful curve in that spine. Feel a nice stretch in that spine. Think about lengthening out the arms, curving that spine, drawing your belly button into your spine. And now again, use the hamstring, use your hands, pull up. Draw the chest forward. Keep your feet where they are because we're going to do this one more time. Really exaggerate that pressing forward. Lift the ears away from your shoulders. Inhale. As you exhale, round out that back. Come back until your arms are fully extended. Dropping your head, looking towards your mat. Now release your shoulders and press them down. Lift your ears away from your shoulders and really consciously press the shoulders down. And inhale. And as you exhale, draw forward. And lift up through that spine. Bring the legs all the way in. Create a fist. Place them right next to your hip. Lift your body up. Now, we use lots of power in our legs. We work them. Let's use them, not the back, but the legs. Use the power in your legs to drive up. That's it. Nice work. Take your feet shoulder width apart again. Soften your knees. Big inhale. Big exhale. Now I want you to take one arm across your chest. Place your hand on your elbow. Draw that arm towards your chest. Bend the elbow and press a little further. In this position, I want you to push your shoulder down. Feeling a wonderful stretch. Keeping the spine long, keeping the abs engaged. Release, roll back, and again. Give me two more. And other side, draw the arm across, place your hand on your elbow, press in, then bend the elbow, drive back a little more. Now drop the shoulder down, press down, keeping the knees nice and soft. Keep that spine nice and long. And release and roll that shoulder back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale again. Big exhale. Give me one more. Reach up and back. Almost done. We're going to incorporate a little bit of balance. I want you to load one leg. Make sure the knee's soft. Reach back, coming to a quadricep stretch. One knee across from the other. Engage that core and reach up with the opposite arm. If you find this challenging, find a spot on the wall or a spot on the floor. It'll help you maintain your balance. Now, hold this and just press the hip further forward, getting a nice quad stretch. Release the arm, flex your foot, toe right to the ceiling, hinge your body back, place your hand in your bent thigh. Keep that spine nice and long, keep that core engaged. Feel a wonderful stretch all the way up the hamstring. You're also going to feel a lengthening of your calf, your gastrocnemius. Lift up again. Switch over to the other side. Soften that knee, prepare it. Then lift back up. Quad stretch, one knee across from the other. Lift through that space and extend the arm if you can. Feel free to hold on to something, a chair, a wall, doesn't matter what it is. Now hold this, drive your hips slightly forward. Feel the increase in the intensity. Lengthen that quad. And release the arm. Flex your foot forward. Flexion first. Then hip draws back. Place your hand on your thigh. Recruit that core. You're in forward flexion. So your lower back needs that support. And roll back again, one foot a little wider than the other, hip distance apart. Last time, inhale and exhale. And fantastic job. Great work, you guys. Keep strong, keep healthy, keep coming to our Zoom workouts. Great to see you. Bye.